Yeah, so I'm going to talk about Wes Anderson, but before I do, I want to tell a quick story. When I was in high school, me and some buddies went down to Mexico before it was scarier than it is. And every night for like a week, we would hang out and play like pickup soccer with the local city kids, and they would always stop us. It was like the Harlem Globetrotters, like they were all doing tricks. And I played soccer, but I was like the worst player on my team. So I was just trying not to embarrass myself and would just pass the ball. And what me and my buddy figured out pretty quickly is one-on-one, these kids would stomp me, but if I passed the ball or if I set up a cross or something, it would totally flummox these kids. And I finally asked my buddy, I was like, why are these kids not understanding that I'm just going to cross the ball? And he goes, fundamentals. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you've played on big fields, so you understand setting up plays. They've only played on the street, so they've never had to do that. So they've got good at the flashy stuff, but they've never had to deal with, actual technical stuff. And I was like, totally, fundamentals. And that brings me to Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson he's the GOAT of what he does. I don't know how else to say it. The guy is a visual storyteller. He's a great Oscar-winning screenwriter. Like, the guy is incredible. But I'm reading an article from Robert Yeoman, his cinematographer, talking about the new movie Asteroid City. And one of the things he mentioned in that article was that Wes prefers like a 7 or 8 person set. Even though that's not how he shoots his films anymore because he's a big Hollywood director, he still acts like, or at least wants to act like, he's still in film school because that's what he's familiar with. These little, tiny person set, maybe a 3-person camera crew, maybe a dolly grip to move the camera around, and then a sound person, and then Wes there with the actors. And that's what he's familiar with because obviously that's how he came up. But I think there's something more there. I think there's like he gets it. He's this big Hollywood big guy, but he also understands the simplicity as a director of having the minimum amount of people there just to look around. He understands the fundamentals. And so even he, who has all the resources he could possibly need to make these incredible, completely unique to his own style of films, he still prefers the simplicity that he learned in film school and constantly goes back to because he understands the fundamentals. And I think there's something really useful there. So what do you guys think? Are you a fan of Wes Anderson? Are you a fan of understanding fundamentals, or am I just adding something that's not there? Let me know. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you next time.